Nature's creativity knows no limits, from venomous mammals to sea slugs that eat jellyfish. Some animals chirp underground, while others drink water through their skin. Whether soaring over the Andes or gliding between trees, these creatures show evolution's wild range. Can't decide what to look like? Be all of them. Tenrex, native to Madagascar, are small insectivorous mammals that resemble hedgehogs. Moles and shrewsette, they're not closely related to any of them. This is a classic case of convergent evolution, where unrelated animals evolve similar traits for survival. Some Tenrex have spines, others burrow, and some even click to echolocate. With over 30 species, their diversity is mind-blowing. Though they look familiar, their biology is truly unique. Think of them as nature's remix-old shapes, new species. Looks can deceive them with a snout like that. Peccaries, often mistaken for wild pigs, actually belong to their own distinct mammalian family. Native to the Americas, they live in herds and are highly social. Their short tusks point downward like pigs, and they communicate with grunts, squeals, and scent glands. Peccaries play a key role in shaping their ecosystems by dispersing seeds and turning soil. Despite their resemblance to pigs, they split from them millions of years ago on the evolutionary tree. Call them pig-like, but not pigs. If squirrels had capes, they'd be called greater gliders. Greater gliders are marsupials from Australia, with enormous gliding membranes stretching from elbow to ankle, letting them soar over 100 meters between trees. Nocturnal and silent, they feed on eucalyptus leaves and avoid predators by taking to the air. Unlike flying squirrels, their glide is nearly silent, and they can steer mid-flight. They also have fluffy tails longer than their bodies, which helps stabilize during descent. These gliders make the treetops their high winnow wings required. With wings wider than a king-size bed, they rule the skies. The Andean condor boasts a wingspan of up to 10.5 feet, making it one of the largest flying birds on Earth. Native to South America's Andes Mountains, these majestic scavengers soar for hours without flapping, using thermal currents to stay aloft. They feed on carrion and play a vital ecological role by cleaning up dead animals. With bald heads and feathered collars, they're unmistakable in flight. Despite their size, they're endangered due to habitat loss and poisoning. Massive, graceful, and essential, these giants are kings of the wind. When others gasp, yaks keep going strong. Yaks, built for life at high altitudes, have more red blood cells than most mammals. This allows them to carry extra oxygen in thin mountain air, keeping them energized and efficient. Native to the Himalayas and Tibetan Plateau, they also have dense woolly coats that protect against sub-zero temperatures. Their large lungs and hearts help with circulation in oxygen-poor environments. Domesticated yaks are crucial to local economies, providing milk, meat, and transport. Tough, powerful, and well-adapted, they're mountain machines. Spotting one is like playing hide-and-seek with stone. Barls, also known as blue sheep, live in the rocky cliffs of the Himalayas, where their bluish-gray coats camouflage them against stone. Despite the name, they're not true sheep and share traits with goats. Agile climbers, they evade predators like snow leopards by navigating narrow ridges and steep cliffs. They graze on sparse mountain vegetation and travel in herds. With no trees to hide behind, their coloration becomes their best defense. Invisible in plain sight, Barls are camouflage masters of the high peaks. Worshipped, respected, and sometimes mischievous, langurs, long-tailed monkeys native to South Asia, are often revered in Indian culture and associated with the Hindu deity Hanuman. It's common to see them lounging around temples where locals feed and protect them. With expressive faces and graceful leaps, they're both charming and bold. Langurs are herbivores, feeding on fruits and leaves, but they're also known to raid markets or steal snacks. Sacred status has kept them relatively safe in populated areas, loved and sometimes feared. They live at the intersection of myth and mischief. When it comes to headgear, the kudu wears the crown. Kudus, majestic antelopes from Africa, sport long spiral horns that can twist up to 2.5 times. Males use them to spar in slow, ritualistic battles for dominance. Despite their size, kudus are incredibly stealthy, moving silently through woodlands and brush. Their vertical stripes act as camouflage, breaking up their shape in dappled light. Females lack horns but live in maternal herds, while males are more solitary, graceful. Elegant and crowned in spirals kudus are antelope royalty. The bigger the beak, the deeper the buffet. Numius curlews are shorebirds with distinctively long, curved bills that allow them to dig deep into mudflats for crabs, worms, and shellfish. Their sensitive beaks help them locate prey by touch. Alone, found along coasts and wetlands, they migrate long distances between breeding and feeding grounds. Their haunting flute-like calls echo across estuaries during migration season. While elegant in the air, they're specialist feeders on the ground. In nature's toolkit, the curlew's beak is part probe, part precision instrument. Venomous, nocturnal, and a survivor from the age of dinosaurs. Selenodons are rare, venomous mammals found only in Cuba and Hispaniola, and they've been around since the time of the dinosaurs. These shrew-like creatures inject venom through grooved lower teeth, a rare trait in mammals. Selenodons are nocturnal and feed on insects, worms, and small vertebrates, using their long snouts and claws to forage. Their erratic waddling gait helps them avoid detection, and they produce clicking sounds to echolocate. Thought extinct for years, they've re-emerged as living fossils. Strange, ancient, and irreplaceable, they're a true biological relic. Looks like a peckerman and lives like a pirate. The blue glaucus, also known as the blue dragon, is a tiny, brightly colored sea slug that floats upside down on the ocean's surface. It feeds on venomous jellyfish like the Portuguese man-of war and stores the stingers in its own tissues for self-defense. Despite its small size, only about 1 inch long, it packs a painful sting. Its metallic blue coloration helps camouflage it from both sea and sky predators. Graceful but dangerous. The blue glaucus is as beautiful as it is bold. In the sea, size doesn't equal power, strategy does. If a raptor could wrestle a monkey, this one does. The Harpy Eagle is one of the largest and most powerful birds of prey in the world, with talons up to 5 inches long, about the same size as a grizzly bear's claws. Native to Central and South American rainforests, it preys on monkeys, sloths, and large birds, often carrying off animals heavier than itself. With a wingspan of over 7 feet and a crown of feathered ears, it looks as fierce as it is. Harpy eagles nest high in the canopy and are fiercely territorial, rare and majestic. They rule the jungle skies like winged gladiators. They look like trash pandas but bark like dogs. Raccoon dogs, or tanukis, are canines native to East Asia that resemble raccoons but are not closely related. Unlike most dogs, they can climb trees, are omnivorous, and hibernate in winter. Rare trait for canines. In Japanese folklore, tanukis are mythical tricksters, symbols of luck and mischief. In real life, they're shy and nocturnal, feeding on fruit, small animals, and insects. Though they share markings with raccoons, DNA tells a different story. More fox than raccoon, more myth than moot raccoon, dogs are shapeshifters in more ways than one. Underground, they're diggers. Above ground, they're rock stars. Mole crickets are strange-looking insects that combine the digging strength of moles with the chirping volume of crickets. Their powerful front limbs dig tunnel systems that amplify their mating calls, making them sound louder than a power drill. Despite their creepy appearance, they're mostly harmless and feed on roots and small insects. Found worldwide, mole crickets thrive in sandy soil and are often heard long before they're seen. Nature equipped them with both a backhoe and a megaphone. Digging deep never sounded so loud. They don't sip, they soak. Thorny devils, small desert lizards from Australia, have a superpower. They absorb water through grooves in their skin. When dew or rain lands on their bodies, it travels through capillary action along tiny channels, between their scales, straight to their mouths. Their spiny armor deters predators, while their camouflage helps them vanish into the sand. They primarily eat ants, thousands of them a day, and are built to survive extreme heat. These lizards don't just endure the desert, they embrace it. In the outback, survival is soaked into the skin.